who played an instrumental role in one of the most successful stretches in program history. Over the past 2 seasons, this exceptional group helped the Vaqueros to an outstanding 49-9 overall record, including a dominant 26-1 in Western State Conference play. Their commitment to excellence, competitive drive, belief in one another, set the tone every single day at practice, in the classroom, and under the lights on game day. Their consistency and leadership helped establish a championship standard and reinforced Glendale's reputation as one of the premier programs in the state. Each of these sophomores brought something special and unique to the team. Through adversity, tough road games, high-pressure conference battles, they remained focused, disciplined, and united. Their willingness to put the team first, hold each other accountable, and compete with pride became the foundation of their success. Their embrace, their journey together with determination, commitment, heart, and representing Glendale Community College with class, integrity, and pride. We extend our deepest gratitude to Sammy, Anaya, Ella, Ava, and Chanel for their hard work, dedication, unwavering commitment to the program. We thank them for their sacrifices, the standards that you set, and the legacy you leave behind. Your 49 victories tell part of the story, but your leadership, resilience, and impact on your teammates will be remembered long after the final buzzer. Ladies and gentlemen, before pregame introductions, a round of applause for these 5 Vaquero sophomores. With great pleasure, individually introducing these seniors. First up, a 5'3" sophomore out of Birmingham, number 13, Sammy Velasquez. Welcoming her tonight, dad, mom, and sister. They take the ceremonial sophomore night walk to get a picture and to kick off tonight's festivities. Our next sophomore, we want to thank a 5'8" sophomore out of Palisades, number 14, Anaya Bradley. Escorted tonight by proud mom and dad. Our next sophomore, a 5'7" sophomore, Avonside, New Zealand, number 5, Ella Costley. Escorted tonight by her very dear friend, Joy Gonzalez. Next up, a 5'7" wing out of Avonside, New Zealand, number 20, Ava Costley. Escorted by Annie Ruiz and an extra guest. Our final sophomore, gentlemen, a round of applause for this wonderful cast of leaders and sophomores. We wish them the very best as they continue on in their education, their career, and their life. And now the ceremonial picture of sophomores and family. Ladies and gentlemen, sophomores and the entire Glendale Lady Vaquero. And ladies and gentlemen, we're very happy you're here once again for the second half of the doubleheader, Western State Conference Southern Division action. We do welcome players, coaches, and supporters from Citrus College as they take on your Glendale College Vaqueros. This evening's starting lineups. First of the visitors from Citrus College, Jericho Santos at the wheel. 11 wins on the season, announces these starting five. At one guard, a 5'1" freshman out of Northview, number 3, Lexi Navarro. At the other guard, a 5'2" freshman out of Charter Oak, number 12, Renice Becerra. At a wing position, a 5'4" freshman out of Glendora, number 5, Brianna Gomez. At the other wing, the 5'6" freshman out of Sherman E. Burroughs, 15, Jasmine Ave. And at the forward position, 5'7" freshman out of James Garfield, 32, Samantha Martinez. These are the Owls. And now, the starting lineup for your Glendale Community College Vaqueros. 23-4 on the season. Undefeated in conference play at 13-0. The head coach is Joel Weiss, assistant Vincent de Guzman. They announce these starting five. At a guard, 5'3", sophomore out of Birmingham, 13, Sammy Velasquez. At the other guard, 5'7", sophomore. Avonside, New Zealand, number 5, Ella Cosley. 1, sophomore, Santa Monica. Number 4, Chanel French. These are the Vaqueros. And a reminder for everyone, the decorum policy is in effect. We ask for positive reinforcement, no foul language, no artificial noisemakers, and sportsmanship for you fellow fans, players, coaches, and officials. We appreciate your cooperation.
And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to GCC's coverage of Vaquero basketball, where it's sophomore night as the Citrus Owls roll into town to take on your Vaqueros. 5 sophomores being honored tonight, 5 on the floor as the first points come from sophomore number 14, Anaya Bradley. Quick early bucket, and it's 2-0 GCC. Last game, a different story. First points weren't scored till 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the game. There's a three-point try from Javmin Ave that goes no good. Here's Costley. Finds French. Goes out to Costley to Velasquez. Bradley, great pass to French, and finds her for the score. Great ball movement by the Vaqueros. Had the Owls spread thin, led to an easy 2-point basket for French. French out of Santa Monica High School, second on the team, averaging 12 points a game. As there's a triple, also no good. Velasquez going the other way on the fast break. Works right now, slows things down. Ella Costley finds French, unable to find the basket, but a nice offensive board by Velasquez. Bradley thought about the 2, now goes out to Costley. Costley to Velasquez, looking for the 3 ball, no good. Ball kicks off of Citrus, it'll stay GCC basketball. Velasquez working right. Working inside, hit off a Citrus player, and it'll stay GCC basketball. Velasquez on the inbound. Finds French, and again, knocked out of bounds by a Citrus player. So again, a GCC inbound. Velasquez finds French on the inbound. French drops it in for 2, 6-0 ball game. Great start for the seniors. Here's Citrus now. Over in the corner, there's Ave for 3. That one no good. Citrus still stuck at 0, 2:30 into the game. Velasquez scanning the court, working left off a screen. Crashes inside, lofts it up, just doesn't get enough on it. French's third try, no good. Rebound by Citrus. Here's Bradley going the other way quickly. Eyes up, spins, finds an open layup, and drops it in. Anaya Bradley with the fancy footwork leads to a wide open 2. Here's Gomez. Goes to Ave, back to Gomez. Gomez now crashing inside. That one no good. Rebound by Velasquez. That's the first 2-point try by Citrus on the night. Now going the other way, here's Citrus on a fast break. That one for 3, also no good. Rebound by Ave from the free throw line, and she drops that one in for 2. 8-2 ball game, 6:11 to play. Still an all-sophomore court for GCC as they're an easy roll to French for 2. Great off-ball screen there by GCC. Opens up the wide-open layup for French. There another triple for Citrus. That one also no good. Here's Velasquez looking right, finds Costly. Goes inside to French. French from the elbow. That one just short. Here's Ave. Lofts that one up, no good. Here's Velasquez scanning the court. Goes to Bradley on the wing. Velasquez now thought about 3, nice closeout. Finds French now, French for 2, that one no good. Offensive board by Velasquez. Finds Costly who lofts it up, can't get it to fall. Ball bounced around, Citrus comes away with it. There's Reynice Becerra who draws the foul. Foul called against Ava Costly. Subs now for GCC entering Medrano and Jung. Here's the first from Becerra. It connects and it's a 10-3 ball game. Becerra looking to go 2 for 2. And she does. Paisley Wu enters the game for the Owls. Velasquez to Medrano on the wing. Finds Jung up top. Works inside to French. French working the left side layup with the right hand. 12-4 ball game. That forces Citrus to take a timeout. GCC rolling here on sophomore night. .425 left to play in the first. Citrus basketball. GCC in rhythm and rolling up 12-4. Here's Ave with the ball. Picks up a screen. Works inside, but that one's swatted away by Jung, who gets booked. Jung booked for the foul. Ball flies out of bounds off of GCC. Citrus basketball here on the inbound. Here's Ave from the wing. That one tipped up. Almost a steal by Gonzalez, however, ball one in the air by Ave. But there's a steal by Jung. Here's Johnson all alone the other way, and she gets it to fall. Ball walking a tightrope on the rim, falls GCC's way, and they have a 10-point lead over the Owls. There, Lexi Navarro booked for one too many steps. 3:45 left, 14-4 basketball game. Jung, Gonzalez, Medrano, Maestas, and Johnson in for GCC. Went from the all-sophomore floor to the all-freshman floor as there Johnson working through traffic and dropping it in with the right for two. GCC all night been creating plays and creating the opportunities for wide open shots. There Johnson proving that there as they lead 16-4. Ave for three with 7 to shoot, and that one lands. Here's Jung now. GCC been working quickly all night. Jung goes underneath, wraps it around, and drops it in. Here's the Owls in the fast break for three. Defensive board by Maestas. Johnson now in control of things. Works right of Ave. Spins out, finds Maestas for three. That one no good off the back iron. Going the other way, here's Ave now. Johnson in defense. Now Brianna Gomez. Gomez trying to work right at Gonzalez. Gonzalez says no. 10 to shoot. Here's Wu. Great defense by the Vaqueros. Now 1 to shoot. Ave has to fling up a last-second Hail Mary. The Citrus Owls get another offensive board. Again, nothing going there. Johnson working through heavy traffic. Can't get it to fall. Offensive board by Maestas. Maestas picking up boards on the defensive and offensive sides. Johnson in control. 10 to shoot. Down to 6. Johnson flings up a three. Doesn't get enough on it. Lands out of bounds, and it's Citrus basketball. Ave with the ball for Citrus. 1:20 left in the first. Here's Wu. Ave. From the elbow. Can't get that one to go. Clock winds. 1 minute left in the first. Here's Maestas. Crashing inside. Loops that one up, but doesn't get it to go. 40 seconds now left in the first. Ave spinning through Maestas. Flings that one up, no good. Board by Maestas. Medrano now facing full court pressure. 25 to shoot, 30 left in the first. Johnson slowing things down. GCC looking to take the last shot of the quarter. Best they can do is leave the Owls with 5. 6 to shoot now. Johnson working through pressure. Johnson passing through a lot of contact. No call, sails out of bounds. Owl basketball with 8 left in the first. Ave with 5. Down to 3. Great defense there by Gonzalez to end out the quarter. So it's GCC rolling on sophomore night, working in rhythm, and it shows as they lead 18-6 at the end of one. Fresh 10 minutes set on the game clock here in second quarter play. GCC leads 18-6. It's been a pretty one-dimensional offense on the night for the Owls, flinging up a whole ton of threes, but nothing really going. They've hit one. That was from Ave. Here's Wu now, working to the left of French. And she gets called for the travel. On the opposite end of that, GCC's been having a dynamic offense the whole time, really spreading the ball. 10 players so far to touch the court for the Vaqueros. And they are working in system, and it is showing. Here's French from up top. Velasquez works through contact. Ball sails out of bounds, stays GCC basketball. It'll be Johnson on the inbound. Finds French. French facing a double team. And they say it's Owl basketball. Here's Becerra. Working through traffic on the corner. Finds Gomez. Gomez to Wu in the corner. That one sails wide right. Maestas with the board. Gonzalez now. Call on the floor. Foul goes against number 5, the sophomore Brianna Gomez.
For Glendale, Anaya Bradley returns, replacing Caitlin Johnson.
Velasquez inbounding from the baseline. Looking for Bradley on the inside. Bradley facing the double team. Steal by Citrus. However, then stolen back via Velasquez. Here's French. Long 2. No good. Rattles in and out. Going the other way is Citrus. Here's Becerra to Ave. Gomez flings up a long 3. That one no good. .8:28 left to play in the first half. GCC leads 18-6. Minute 25 into the second quarter. Still no scoring in the second. Bradley looking to change that. Finds French, luckily. Now Maestas for corner 3, and that one drops. Mariah Maestas with the 3 makes it a 21-6 ball game now. As that one corralled by Gomez, saves it from a backcourt violation. Gomez working through a whole lot of pressure. As here's Velasquez. Has one to beat, and she does. Drops it in for 2. Here's Gomez. Finds Becerra. Thought about 3. Bradley with the closeout. To Ave. Ave working through a whole bunch of contact. Flings one up in the act of shooting. Foul goes against number 3, Liga Gonzalez. It'll send Ave to the line to shoot 2.
Ruled a shooting foul. Jasmine Ave to the line, 2 times.
First one lands for Ave. Second one drops in for Ave, 23-8 basketball game. Ave the leading scorer for Citrus. Velasquez now. Lofts that one up a little too strong off the back glass, gets her own rebound. The ensuing pass sails out of bounds. Here's Abe. Spinning through contact. Mid-range jumper from the elbow, no good. Another board by Maestas. Liga Gonzalez slowing things down. Now working quickly to the left. Lofts one up. Can't get it to fall, but a foul is called, so she'll go to the line and shoot two.
Citrus foul. Number 15, Gavin Ave, first personal, second of the period.
First one from Gonzalez drops in.
This is Ligia Gonzalez, one more.
Now the second from the freshman. Goes 1 for 2, rebound by Citrus. Going the other way is Gomez. Here's Ave now, long three. That one no good, hits off the back iron, offensive board by the Owls. Gomez working from the wing, picks up a screen. As there, that one stolen by Velasquez, going the other way. Coast to coast is Sammy Velasquez, shining on sophomore night. She had 18 points the last time these two teams played, and continuing to shine against Citrus, as Citrus will take a timeout and we'll take a quick break here on the GCC Sports Network. Back after the timeout, 6:14 on the clock in the second. GCC cruising here up 26-8. Here's Becerra looking for a long-range three, but doesn't get it to go. Working quickly the other way is GCC. Bradley able to save it, but it ends up in the hands of the Owls. That's Lexi Navarro with the ball. Abe on the wing. Working on Jung. Working left, now spinning right. Through contact, lofts it up, no good. Board by Costley. Great defense there by Jung, now the ball handler. Jung up top, 16 to shoot. Miscommunication there by GCC, ball sails out of bounds. It's a turnover and it's Citrus basketball. Working to the right, here's Brianna Gomez. To Navarro. Here's Ave. Navarro, long range three, that one falls short. Wasn't sure if that one was tipped by Bradley, but nonetheless, it's GCC basketball. Packed crowd tonight for sophomore night. GCC giving the crowd a show as there Medrano entering the scorer's column as she drops that one in for two. Another three there, that one no good. And another offensive board, now Ave a three. That one also no good. That one will bounce out of bounds and it's GCC basketball. Here's Costley from the wing, back to Jung. Costley there looking for the triple, that one no good. Jung regains possession. There Medrano from the elbow, that one no good, kicks off the right side. Offensive hustle board by Anaya Bradley. Ella Costley now crashing. Picked up by Medrano, who splashes that one for 2. If you hear the Costley name a lot tonight, that's because there's twins, the sophomores out of New Zealand, Ella and Ava Costley. Here's Navarro. Slowing things down, 15 to shoot for the point guard. Flings that one into the paint, but it's intercepted there by Ella Costley. GCC with numbers. There's Bradley. GCC wins the 3-on-2 on the fast break, and it's a 2-point bucket from Anaya Bradley. GCC into the 30s. Citrus yet to hit double digits. It's been all GCC on the night. 3:11 to play in the half.
Glendale foul. Number 5, Ella Costley. First personal, that's the second team foul in the period.
First one from Brianna Gomez falls. Second one no good from Gomez, but an offensive free throw board by Citrus. Ave working through contact, finds Wu on the wing. Navarro working inside. Out to the corner, there's Ave, 4 to shoot. Ball kicked around. Pushing foul called. It'll be a baseline inbound. 20 to shoot. As there another flung up 3 for Citrus. That one sails long. Jung going the other way now. Working left. Split in traffic, but doesn't get that one to fall. Now Wu the other way. Nazarian in coverage. Wu goes over top. Nazarian drops it in. And that gets Citrus to double digits. Jung orchestrating the offense, goes to Harvey. Harvey working left, finds Nazarian. Nazarian swings it across to Jung. Jung crashing baseline side. Great pass to Medrano. You gotta finish that one, and Medrano does. Medrano now with 6 on the night for the freshman. Wu now 4-3, and that one lands. Here's Harvey on the wing. Long range pass to Nazarian on the corner. They say the dribble went out of bounds, and it's Owl basketball with exactly 1:30 left in the first half.
Johnson returns to the lineup, replacing Leandra Nazarian.
Here's Rainice Becerra, working to the right of Costley. Kicks it out to Wu. Wu for 3. That one rattles in and out. Here's Ave. Leads the Western State Conference in points per game. There on the corner. Count it, and the foul. Brianna Gomez with a chance at a 4-point play. So here come the Owls. Foul called against Lily Harvey. They say the foul is after the shot. Count the 3, and it stays Owl basketball. Ave switching across, rolling to her left, flings that one up. Looked like Johnson got a hand on it. Owls come away with the ball, but Medrano with the quick steal. Johnson, 2-on-1, and she draws the foul. The momentum dial swinging the Owls' way in the last moments of this first half. The Vaqueros looking to change that, still with 51 seconds left in the second quarter.
To the free throw line,
Caitlin Johnson towing the free throw line. She's averaging 10 a game. The freshman out of King Drew High School. First one falls just short for Johnson. Here's the second from the freshman. That one also no good. Rebound tipped around, finds Johnson, flings that one up, and we're gonna do it again. Great hustle play by Medrano. She was flying out of bounds, able to find Johnson. Johnson draws the foul, and she'll head back to the free throw line. Not the outcome she was looking for the first time. We'll see if that changes on her second trip here. First one lands. Here's the second now. Second one no good. Rebound this time by the Owls. Here's Gomez. 17-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Jump ball called, and it's GCC basketball.
On the jump ball, possession arrow, Glendale. The final 33.6.
Shot clock still a minor factor. 33 left in the first half, 30 to shoot. Johnson slowing things down, has her eyes up on the scoreboard. Pressure from Gomez. Johnson facing the double team, goes to Harvey on the wing. 12 to shoot. Velasquez skip pass to Harvey. Johnson crashing inside, goes to Harvey, fakes the three, now the two, just doesn't get it to fall. Looked to be a technical error there. The shot clock went off, so still 2 seconds on the game clock. They'll reset things from the sideline. Johnson will inbound.
Officials set game clock at 3 seconds.
So the game clock set to 3 seconds. That's what GCC will have to shoot. Johnson too costly. Finds Johnson, mishandles the pass, flings it up, no good. GCC absolutely cruising here as they head into the tunnel. It's a full team affair as they lead 35-17 over the Owls here on sophomore night. We'll take a quick break and be back after halftime with third quarter action here on the GCC Sports Network. Back here for second half action, Joseph Lund here as we get set for gameplay here. Second half so far, GCC absolutely rolling up 35-17. Playing in system here on sophomore night. Everyone out on the court as there the Owls get things going first in the offensive column. There for two, that was Lexi Navarro. See what kind of adjustments both teams make out of the half. For Citrus, it was a three-point heavy offense, but they couldn't get many to land. They went 2 for 12 in the first half from behind the arc. As their Shadell French gets GCC scoring in the second half, open with a two-pointer. As there an offensive foul called against number 5, Brianna Gomez of Citrus. It'll be GCC basketball, Sammy Velasquez with the ball. Costly finds Bradley, goes inside, makes a great bounce pass through 4 Owl defenders. It was a campfire of Owls defenders around French as she dropped that one in for 2. As there, nice pass. That one led Lexi Navarro to the bucket, but she could not get the finish. As now working the other way, there's Costly, scoops it underneath and drops it in for her first score of the night on sophomore night. The sophomore out of New Zealand. Here's Navarro from up top. Picks up the screen. Abe from the corner, goes back to Navarro. 5 to shoot. Long range 3, that one no good, wide left. Defensive board by Costly. Nice bounce pass. In transition to French, who lays it in off the back glass. GCC continuing their dominance from first half to second half, now up 43-19. Here's Gomez. Kicks it out to Ave. Lofts that one up and draws the foul. Foul called against Anaya Bradley.
First personal, first of the period.
So Ave goes to the line, she'll shoot 2. And the first one catches the front lip of the rim and drops in. Here's the second one from Javmin Ave. And that one lands as well. She leads the conference in points per game. She's averaging 22.3 points a game. Definitely the main target for the Citrus offense. As here's Bradley going to work in the paint. Just barely doesn't get that one to fall. But French goes up top and draws the foul, trying to get the putback. So Shadell French will go to the line. She's averaging 71% from the free throw line. And the first one falls for the sophomore. 'As there, that one swiped away by Anaya Bradley. Facing the double team, Costly comes back for help. Now Costly facing a triple team, goes back to Bradley. And there they find French for the relief. Ten-second violation called against the Vaqueros. So the full court pressure works. However, in the ensuing argument, Citrus coach Jericho Santos booked with a warning. Here's Jabman Ave. Hands it off to Navarro, who goes to Gomez. Vaquero defense doing a great job keeping Citrus to the perimeter.
Glendale foul number 14, Anaya Bradley, second personal, second of the period.
Here's Ave. Gomez kicks it out to the corner. Ave for three, she drains it. As the pursuing chaos swiped away by Citrus, but then swiped away by Anaya Bradley. Bradley working left. Can't get that one to fall, but Shadell French is there to the rescue for the putback. She was named the Western State Conference Women's December Player of the Month, showing why there, as she's at 20 points on the night, having a spectacular sophomore night. Is the 6'1 sophomore out of Santa Monica High School. As there, that pass sails out of bounds, and it'll be Owl basketball. As there, that one flipped over the head by the baseline. Costly comes down with the steal. Working the other way. Kicks it out to Velasquez. There's Bradley for the triple. The bank was not open. She gets her own board. French picks it up. That one doesn't go. Bradley comes down with the board. Jump ball called. Anaya Bradley, no lack of hustle on that play. Possession arrow stays in the Vaquero direction. Liga Gonzalez enters the game. Great backdoor pass there to Shadell French. Nice and easy lay-in for two. Here's Ave from the corner, wide open triple. And she makes GCC pay as she splashes that one. Definitely a shortage of open shots for Citrus on the night. There they get one, and they make it count.
Citrus foul, number 12, Release Becerra. First personal. Third team foul in the period. Ball out of bounds.
Game clock within 5 minutes. 4:57 left to play in the third. Velasquez on the sideline inbound to Caitlin Johnson, just checked into the game. Johnson working to the right of Ave, goes out to Bradley. Bradley with 10 to shoot, loses her dribble. Going the other way, here's Lexi Navarro. Pull up three, no good, a little too strong. Velasquez now the other way. Taking it herself and draws the foul. She'll go to the line and shoot two.
Citrus foul. 15, Jabman Ave, second personal. That's the fourth of the
Velasquez having quite the senior night. She leads the team with 13 points a game coming into this one. And the first one lands for Velasquez, a 5'3 sophomore out of Birmingham Charter High School. And Velasquez goes 2 for 2 on that trip, 51-26 ball game. As there, another three hoisted up by Navarro. That one no good. Again, another shot from Navarro. Same spot, same outcome. Velasquez going the other way. Velasquez working to the right of Wu. Skates by and draws the foul. So back-to-back possessions that will end with Velasquez towing the free throw line.
5 team fouls. To the free throw line, Sandy Velasquez, 2 times.
So Velasquez will shoot 2, looking to go again, another 2-for-2 trip. Starts her campaign off well. Hits the first. So Velasquez 4 for 4 in that short 15-second span from the free throw line. Ashley Medrano checks into the game for the Vaqueros. There's Ave creating a shot, no good. Medrano checked in immediately, making her presence known with a defensive board. Now Ligia Gonzalez the other way, halts things at the wing. Medrano thought about 3 now. Passes out up top to Caitlin Johnson. Johnson working left, crashes inside, loses her dribble, and it'll be Owl basketball. Here, Javmin Ave. Navarro on the wing. Picks up a screen. Lofts one up through triple coverage. That one sails long. Medrano heaves one down court. Caitlin Johnson has one to beat, and she does. Scoops it up with the left for 2. Caitlin Johnson averaging 10 a game. Currently 4th in the Western State Conference in assists with 88 coming into this game. Goes to Wu on the baseline. Back up top, here's Navarro. Navarro with 7 to shoot. Goes to Ave with 5 to shoot. Ave spinning, looking for an open shot. Lofts that one up. Ball tipped around. Last touch by a Vaquero. That was Maestas. And so it'll stay Owl basketball. Fresh 30 seconds. Check 20 on the shot clock. Renice Becerra enters the game for the Owls. Ball lofted up top. Gomez working through heavy contact, and a foul is called. It'll go back to the baseline and stay Citrus basketball.
Glendale foul, 13, Sandy Velasquez, first personal foul. That's the 13th foul.
Here's Gomez from the line. And the first one lands. Brianna Gomez, second on the team for Citrus, averaging 14 points a game. Second shot goes in and out. It'll be 1 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line. Velasquez now. The baseline crash sealed off. Now goes outside to Gonzalez. Kicks it out to Maestas for the triple. No good, a little too strong from the freshman. Foul called, it'll be Citrus basketball. Foul called against, goes against Ashley Medrano. Vaqueros keeping their foot on the gas, really attacking the basket in this second quarter. Opposite play style, Citrus living in the long range. The Vaqueros controlling the game inside the paint. As they're on brand, a long range triple. That one just short. Brianna Gomez here from the baseline. Great baseline defense. Quarterback style pass to Wu. Ave with the ball and 15 to shoot. Long range 3 from Gomez. As Johnson settles under that one, trying to get the long distance fast break pass. Ball intended for Kaylani Jung, hits off her fingertips and sails out of bounds. Clock winds within 2 minutes here in the third quarter. 1:50 to play. Ave with the ball. Spinning. Open shot, and she drains that one. Johnson with the ball. Jung from the wing. Kicks it inside to Maestas. Maestas draws the foul. In the act of shooting, she'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Citrus foul number 5, Brianna Gomez, 4th personal foul. To the free throw line, Mariah Maestas, 2 times.
Referees definitely tightening things up. That's the 9th foul called in the quarter on both teams. First one rattles in and out from Maestas. Ave, the ball handler. Setting up the offense. Picks up an eyeball screen. Ball kicks out of bounds. Last touch by Citrus and Reynisa Becerra. So it'll be GCC basketball. Here's Caitlin Johnson. Goes to Gonzalez on the wing. Gonzalez scanning, goes back to Johnson. Maestas swings it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez working around traffic, doesn't get it to fall. Maestas with the offensive board is swatted away by Ave. She picks up the ball, now working quickly the other way. Ave through pressure. Open look at a 3. There was Becerra, that one no good. As another triple hoisted up by Citrus. Now Kaylani Jung working quickly the other way. Loses her dribble, tiptoes the baseline. Ball ultimately stolen away by Citrus. Ave working around Johnson. Goes inside, doesn't get it to fall, but draws the foul. She'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Glendale foul, 23, Caitlin Johnson, 1st personal. 5 team fouls.
Here's the first one from Ave.
Jasmine Ave, 1 more.
And the second one lands for the 5'6" freshman out of Ridgecrest, California. Johnson letting it roll for as long as she could. No shot clock. 24 left in the third quarter. Johnson, cool, calm demeanor. Eyeing that scoreboard, watching the clock. She won't get things going until it gets down within 10. Now starting the offensive drive. Kicks it out high to Jung. Jung with 5 to shoot. Lofts that one up, hits off the side of the backboard. Citrus basketball. And Ave will hold on to it as the buzzer sounds. So we're through 3 here. GCC still rolling on this sophomore night, up 56-31 over the Citrus Owls. We'll be back with fourth quarter play momentarily. Fresh 10 minutes on the game clock as we get going here in the fourth quarter. GCC with a big lead, up by 15, leading 56-31. Here's Navarro. Goes up top to Ave. Ave for three. That one falls well short. Full court pressure here from Citrus. That was working for them in the third quarter. GCC was slowing things down, really felt comfortable. Citrus's full court pressure definitely got them out of their comfort zone as their foul called.
Citrus foul. Number 3, Lexi Navarro, first personal, first of the period.
So Gonzalez will go to the line and shoot two. First one no good from the freshman. Second try. Hits high up off the backboard and teardrops in. So the freshman out of Schur High School goes 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. Ave now, crisscrossing, working to the wing. Flinging up a three is Lexi Navarro, and cash in that one. Here's Johnson skating through a whole bunch of traffic, unbothered as she drops that one in for two. Citrus kicking up the pace of play, trying to claw back into this one as there another triple, and the bank is open for Lexi Navarro. Here's Medrano. Thought about three, but finds Maestas. Now Ligia Gonzalez tries her chance at a triple. That one no good. Here's Becerra with the ball. Working to the right of Medrano, kicks it out to Ave. And she cashes that one. Quickest way to get 9 points, just hit 3 straight threes. That's exactly what Citrus does. And a foul is called. Bench warning now issued to the Citrus bench.
Third personal foul. 2 team fouls on the Owls in the period.
As now the Citrus bench booked for a technical foul.
Technical foul on the Citrus bench. Shooting the technical, Sandy Velasquez.
And the first one lands for Velasquez. Velasquez making the most of her sophomore night. As she drops in the second one, it'll stay GCC basketball due to the technical foul.
On the technical, ball out of bounds to Glendale.
Absolute momentum killer there for Citrus. You just hit 3 threes in a row, and then your bench halts the momentum train as they're costly looking for three, doesn't get it. Offensive board by Bradley, spinning and dropping it in. Here's Lexi Navarro on the wing. Ave with 8 to shoot. Down to 5. Spinning through traffic, and the foul is called.
Glendale foul. Number 14, Anaya Bradley. Third personal foul, correct. First of the period.
Here's Ave back at the free throw line. And the first one lands.
At the free throw line, Jasmine Ave.
And the second one lands for Ave, a 63-42 basketball game. Full court pressure remaining from Citrus. GCC navigates through it. Velasquez for 3, that one no good. Now Bradley from the wing, that one kicks off the back iron. French picks up the board, then picks up her board again, and banks that one in. As there a 3 from Gomez, that one winds up just short. Anaya Bradley snatches the defensive board. Bradley too costly. Velasquez now. Costly out on the corner for 3, in and out. French gathers the rebound and drops that in for 2. Quite the senior night performance, or the sophomore night performance for Shadell French, as the sophomore from Santa Monica High School with the double-double, and there Ella Costly drops it in for 2. The Vaquero crowd getting into it with 5:50 left to play in the fourth, as there a 3 called, 3 for Lexi Navarro, foul called.
Glendale foul, 13, Sammy Velasquez, second personal. Second of the period.
Here's Lexi Navarro now. First one a little too strong, off the back iron from the freshman. Three-point shot, so she will shoot 3. Second one no good. Here's now the third try for Navarro. And that one's on the money, so third time's a charm for the freshman. Here's Velasquez, and Bradley navigating full court pressure. Finds French, but she loses her dribble. Rolls out of bounds, and it's Owl basketball. Ave fakes the pass, now goes to Gomez. Gomez climbing the ladder and dropping that one in. As there a double dribble called. Here's Ave now, working through a triple team, lofting it up, goes in and out, rebound by French. Velasquez, lofting it up to Bradley, who goes to Costly. Costly to her twin sister. Swings it across to Velasquez, looking for 3, no good. Ball won back by Citrus, but it goes to Costly. Here's Bradley, fakes the 2, and kicks it out to nobody. So it's a whimsical turnover, and it's Citrus basketball. Nice defense there by Anaya. Bradley makes up for it. Now here's Ella Costly going the other way, coast to coast. And she drops it in for 2. Here's Brianna Gomez with the ball. Goes to Jasmine Ave. Their GCC booked for the technical foul.
To shoot the technical.
It'll be Jabman Ave to the line. Who lands the first one? So Ave making the most of the technical foul, goes 2 for 2 of the line, from the line, and it'll stay Citrus basketball. Long range triple, that one no good, just a little too strong. Ave working through a whole bunch of traffic. Maestas settles underneath it. Maestas now. Gonzalez shifting from the corner to the paint. Goes to Johnson. 4 minutes to play in the fourth. Here's Johnson now. Spins through contact, doesn't get it to fall, no foul called. Ave now the other way. Nice move by Renice Becerra, but doesn't get it to fall. Now Navarro on the other side. Back-to-back identical plays just on opposite sides of the court. Now Lily Harvey for the triple. And she splashes that one. The freshman off the bench, making the most of her minutes.
Glendale foul. 34, Lily Harvey.
Foul called against Lily Harvey.
That's the fourth team foul.
Navarro shooting 2. First one kicks off the back iron.
At the free throw line, Lexi Navarro. One more.
Here's the second one. Goes 1 for 2 again. GCC the other way. 3 minutes between the Vaqueros and a W. As there, that one stolen away by Becerra. Flips it up to Navarro. As their wide open lane for Renice Becerra. Skates her way to the basket and spins it in for 2. Here's Ligia Gonzalez going up top. Foul called.
Citrus foul. Number 1, Cecilia Brayman. Fourth personal foul.
Here's Gonzalez. First one wide left.
At the free throw line, Ligia Gonzalez. One more.
And the second one drops for Gonzalez. Here's Ave working to the left of Harvey. Flinging that one up through 3 Vaqueros. Johnson comes down with the ball. And it's GCC basketball with 2:04 to play in the fourth. Cassandra Fortuna enters the game for the Owls. It's Johnson Maestas, Harvey Gonzalez, and Nazarian on the floor for the Vaqueros. Clock under 2 minutes, 1:53 to play now. Johnson skates past contact, gets it swatted away, tries to get it to Harvey. Ball hits out of bounds. Last touch by Brianna Gomez of Citrus. So it stays Vaquero basketball. Here's Gonzalez with the ball. Johnson now. Back to Gonzalez looking for a three ball. That one a little too strong. Becerra going the other way with 1:30 to play. Floats that one up. Little too strong off the backboard. Lily Harvey comes down with the board. Offensive foul called against Caitlin Johnson.
Offensive foul, 23, Caitlin Johnson. Second personal. That's 5 team foul.
Here's Fortuna with the ball. Chest pass to Gomez. To Ave. Ave with 5 to shoot. Spinning through traffic. Has to lob one up. She does and draws the foul.
Glendale foul, 23, Caitlin Johnson. Third personal. In the bonus, Jasmine Ave, 2-time.
First one from Ave. Lands for the freshman. And Ave goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. Johnson with the ball. 60 seconds to play in the fourth.
1 minute to play.
Caitlin Johnson, ball in hand. GCC will improve to 24-4 and 14-0. A perfect season in league play. 10 to shoot for Harvey. Harvey floating one up, hits off the side of the backboard, and a foul is called. Freshman will go to the line and shoot 2.
Citrus foul, number 15, Jasmine Ave, third personal foul. To the free throw line, Lily Harvey, 2-time.
Here's Lily Harvey from the line. Who lands the first one?
Lane violation, ball awarded to the Owls.
As there, Harvey jumped the gun on the free throw, trying to get her own board. Clock winds within 30 seconds. And a foul is called. So going to the line will be the freshman out of West Covina, Cassandra Fortuna. First one wide right for the freshman.
Cassandra Fortuna at the line.
Second one, also no good. And GCC will have the ball. And a travel is called. As their last ditch 3 for Citrus. Clock winds within 10 seconds, sails out of bounds. It'll be Citrus basketball. Well, quite the success story on the night for GCC here on sophomore night. The sophomores, without a doubt, leaving their impact. As Citrus will inbound things, 10 seconds to play. Ave with the ball. Gomez now. Clock winds within 4. And it'll be a last shot at the buzzer. That rattles in to end the game. GCC with the big win on sophomore night. The sophomores absolutely leaving their mark on this program. The past 2 years now, GCC 50-9. Sophomores a big part of that in building this program to the dominant program it is now. They go 14-0, a perfect record in league play. They're going to be riding a big-time momentum train heading into the playoffs, which will start next Saturday with their record. Expect a lot more home games. So a very commendable effort from all the sophomores. Shadell French, Sammy Velasquez, Ella Costley, Ava Costley, and Anaya Bradley. They bring home the win on sophomore night. Big thanks to my brother-in-law, Jared Rasek, for spotting for me, as well as my stats man, Mr. Chris Sacudo, giving me all the live stats throughout the game. We go final here. GCC wins it on sophomore night, 76-55. I'm Joseph Lund saying good night, everybody.